Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jesus, and I'm going to show you two things that you can actually do in Excel that'll probably blow your mind away. I'm just going to go and set it all up, and we'll share my screen right now. So, as you can see, we have a brand new Excel workbook. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to do something really quick. I'm going to actually copy an address that I have like saved up in another screen. And I'm going to write here that this is an address. And I'll dedicate this to my real estate friends because we do a lot of searches for houses. You can use this though for anything, but let's show you with an address really quick, right? So I have this address. If you look over here, there's a smart lookup. So right click, smart lookup, click on that. You're going to get another window and it's going to tell you everything about that address right there. And if you want to know more about it, it's going to tell you that, hey, I found this thing on Realtor. I found this thing on Redfin. If you look for some more, you can find everything else from Trulia to Remax, HomeFacts, and things like that. So you can actually open some of these things up. It'll open up on a web page just like this, and it'll give you additional information from that website. So that's number one. It's freaking awesome. That way you don't have to sit there and copy and paste and copy and paste. Can it also work with other stuff? Yes, it can. So let's look up Michael Jordan, my favorite athletes right there. We'll look him up. And as you can see, it'll find him. It'll find different things about him. But we're going to take this a step further. There's something called data. There's data in your Excel sheet that you can actually grab information from. For instance, I'm just going to put on here that we're going to look for people. If I can spell people. And we'll leave Michael Jordan on there, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table. You got to format this in a table. If not, it's not going to really work very well. Go to your insert and click on the data, whatever data it is. It's going to look for anything that's connecting to it. It's going to say, oh, he's trying to make a table or she. But so grab the table and it's going to say, hey, I got this data from A4 to A5, A4 to A5, and it says, hey, does this table have a header? And it does. The header is this, people. If I didn't have a header, it's just a bunch of names, and I can just say, no, it doesn't, and it'll create a header for you. But since it does, I'm going to create a header, hit OK, and it's going to show the person right there, okay? Now that that data is actually selected, we're going to go to data, and we're going to come over here and go to people. Let's go look for people. So what it's going to do is it can actually make connection between people and find out everything that you want on specific people. If it finds a person that has multiple connections with something, then you're gonna see, like for Michael Jordan, it already has him. 1963, he's a person, he hasn't died, blah, blah, blah. So you would select him. Once you select Michael Jordan, right, it has a people icon. The great thing is that now you can select whatever column you want. So I can go and look for his height. It's going to find his height for you. Say for his net worth. This is his net worth. $1.5 billion, right? Yeah, 1.5 million, billion. Wow, $1.5 billion. If you want to find out what his occupation is, he was a basketball player. You can keep going. Who was his spouse? His kids, his siblings, place of birth. He was born in Brooklyn. You can find even more information now that it knows a card. It has a card for Kings County, Brooklyn, New York, for this place. Say, for instance, I want to find, I don't know, the next person. So let me find Larry Bird. So sometimes if you put something in there, it might not pick it up, which is fine. Just click on people and then it'll look for Larry Bird and punch in that information, right? If you want to go to the next person, let's say, for instance, Shaquille O'Neal. We're going at it, right? So see, it found Shaquille O'Neal. It has his height. Magic. All right, I need to stop. If not, I'm going to get carried away. So now let's get to the good stuff. Let's say that we are looking for cities and you're about to move. I'm going to be moving. And I'm looking for Apex, North Carolina, Holly Springs, North Carolina, Cary, North Carolina, Fuquay, Farina, North Carolina. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab all this information and create a table. It needs a table in order for it to grow, in order for it to do these sort of things. So I'm going to grab the data. I'm going to go to insert. I'm going to go to table. I'm going to say my table does have a header, right? The header is this city and it knows this. So I'm going to create it. Bam, it did it. So I'm going to go to data. So there's a difference between locations. A location will actually tell you specific things about that location, and geography is something different, and we'll show you both. So say for instance, I'm going to look for the location. So it found Apex, Holly Springs, Cary, and Fuquay Varina. Say for instance, I want to find out from these, you got a whole list of stuff. One of the things, let's look at what the unemployment rate is. This is the unemployment rate for these cities. What's the city population? How big is it? Obviously, Cary is 174,000. You can see it compared to everything else. Let's see. If you look, you can see the households. How many houses are actually there? How many households income between that? I mean, would this be pretty important? Of course it would, especially as a real estate investor. This would be extremely important for you to know these things. But what about the median household income? That would be interesting to know in some of these cities. You can see the population by educational attainment, the marital status, population density, total rate. What is the total rate of crime in an area? So all these things you can actually pull off of here. So now let's take it a step further. So we're not going to look at the location. We're going to actually look at the geography. So what is the difference between the geography? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look for a city. I'm going to look for Los Angeles. We're going to look for Orlando. We're going to look for Raleigh. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go and I'm going to start off. You've got to format the table. It does have a header. I put city on there. So now it has that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go right down to data. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look for a geography. It gives you different things on what it is. Say for instance, for Los Angeles, I have Orlando, I have Raleigh. This would be good for people that have calls and trying to find out what the different time zones are. Bam, look at that. Los Angeles Pacific, Eastern, and Eastern. Say for instance, you're trying to find out also who the leaders are. Say the mayors of those cities. And it's the same thing. I can go to Cary. I can go to Apex. I can go to Fuquay Varina. I can go to Sanford. So it'll find all of these things. It'll find out who the mayors are. And the fantastic thing about this is that it just updates it automatically. So once you put a city in there, every single time that you open it, it's going to go and populate and it's going to refresh and you're going to have fresh data all the time. So let me know what you guys think. We just went through looking up addresses for the smart lookup. We looked for people. We looked for cities based on location and geography. If you found this useful, drop us a comment, give us a like, do whatever. Just interact with us. Let us know what you're looking for and I'll try to find something and put out another video. All right, till the next time. See you guys later. Bye.